Good morning to everyone watching us. It is another Monday morning, which means it's time to get you up to date with the news in the Atlassian world. We're your hosts, Nikki and Biro, the founders of Jexo, a fast-growing Atlassian marketplace partner, offering delightful and easy-to-use work management apps for Jira. Jexo, let's make managing work effortless, fun, and accessible to everyone. Go to our website, jexo.io, to find out more. Now, let's get started with the first piece of news. Atlassian just released updates to the security program for cloud apps. This means apps vendors like us will have to review and ensure to comply with a new set of requirements to assure our customers that their data is well handled. This cycle of improvements to the security requirements was expected, as the Atlassian team has been vocal since the early days of the cloud security program about the continuous changes they will be implementing for the greater good of the Atlassian marketplace ecosystem, keeping existing cloud customers safe and also encouraging enterprises to step into the cloud by showing vendors like us abide by the highest standards for security and compliance. If you're a marketplace partner building cloud apps, have a look at what's new in the security program and make sure you take action before the 31st October this year, 2022. In this post here, Jake from Atlassian mentions there will be more improvements to come, and I, for one, am happy to hear that. Although each wave of new requirements potentially means taking time away from development of our products and to address security changes, I'll gladly accept that cost, knowing we promote a more robust posture that will bring confidence and ultimately more customers using our apps.
That's great to hear. I always love to see more of these security improvements coming to cloud, especially for marketplace vendors. It really means more confidence for our potential customers and more trust. So now let's have a look at new improvements to the Atlassian product. The first thing on our list today is the announcement of new upgrades to Jira Service Management on the data center. With the newest version 5.0, you get improved performance to SLAs, insight, but also automation for Jira for JSM. There are also some UI and accessibility improvements to insights, like for example keyboard shortcut or alternative texts and so on. But you can also find many security and compliant improvements as well, like for example auditing, permissions, schemas, and many more. So if you are using data center version of Jira Service Management, have a look at this announcement to learn more about what's coming in the latest version. And the next improvement, this time to the cloud version of Insight for Jira Service Management, you can now import CSV or JSON data to Insight directly through the URL. It's a small but quite handy improvement, so do have a look at the announcement and give it a try.
I feel that usually the smallest features, at least for me, seem to be the most handy ones. Right, okay, so now let's see what's on the menu for this week events section, and we start with Atlassian organized events. On 29th, we have a webinar about linking Jira Service Management to your chat system like Slack. We use Slack quite a lot. On the same day, on the partner organized side, we got change and incident management using JSM from Avant CEO. And the next day, another couple of talks about ITSM and JSM, but also a session with information about Jira becoming HIPAA compliant. And on Thursday, you can also attend an event organized by Ethic Code to learn about business agility with Jira Align. I feel that always Jira Align talks are quite interesting to me, so I'm probably going to register for that as well. There are also a lot of local ACE events this week, some digital, some in person, but I'll let you discover all of that. Navigate to our Goosely events calendar for all of the details about this week's happenings.
It's a lot of news and events this week about Jira Service Management and security. Does it feel like that too as well?
Yes, it does. Yeah. I don't know what's going on. It feels like there's some underlying thing happening.
Yeah, it's a JSM and a security week probably. Well, on another note, nothing related to JSM or security, let's have a look at the article of the week. I found this really interesting post on the Atlassian Design blog showing the results of the Atlassian Creative Challenge. We all probably are well familiar with the hackathons where tech teams usually get together to create something new in a few days without management and a lot of structure involved. Well, a creative challenge is something similar but doesn't necessarily involve coding. Atlassian ran this challenge over 32 days with around 60 contributors, and the team shared their results in the post. Here you can find the beautiful paintings, mandalas, illustrations, sculptures, and much, much more. So the point of the challenge is to learn something new, sharpen your skills, and share your journey with others. So go and check it out. And on a little bit more serious note, we have the last piece of news for you. So Biro, would you like to share with us?
Yeah, so most of you will be aware that last week was a very dark week for women and pregnant people's rights as the US Supreme Court ruled to strike down Roe v. Wade, basically winding back 50 years of progress. This federal ruling revokes women's constitutional right to abortion in US, leaving the decision if abortion should be legal or not at the state level. While in most states abortion is still legal, with only 5 currently banning it, and 11 more states are set to join the anti-choice camp. Women can technically travel to states where abortion is legal for the procedure. However, not everyone will have the means to do so, leaving some exposed to making decisions that cross into illegal and or putting their own health and life at risk. For that reason, Atlassian was quick to respond to the US decision that caused worldwide condemnation. Atlassian made public their support for women's choice and is offering to pay for travel and accommodation to places where the procedure is legal for employees living in the abortion-banned states. This is a great initiative from Atlassian, and it comes along swiftly and similarly to other tech giants like Apple, Netflix, or Amazon, who spoke out and implemented similar benefits despite being threatened not to act against the ruling by Republican senators. On a personal note, I'm not a very vocal person about politics, but for me, the last few weeks and the developments in the States have been disheartening and sad. From the lack of action on gun control as children get massacred to the fact that what happened on January 6th doesn't seem a big deal for half of the country, and most recently, removing women's rights to their own bodies, it seems we're going backwards. And more, we live in viciously divided worlds and realities. We need more companies like Atlassian to stand up for the values and rights of their employees, and more of us, regular people, contributing to producing change, because the people currently making the rules have gone completely off rails. And I think we're going to close it there. As always, links for everything we talked about are in the description, and we shall see you next week. Bye.